A tactician so powerful, he dominated 30 nations, but who is he? And how did he do it? Well, his name was Subutai, and he was a Mongol general. Now, when you think of the Mongols, you probably think of horses, right? But Subutai's brilliance lay in his ability to coordinate with his generals over long ranges, often hundreds of miles. With smoke signals, lookouts, and fast-moving messengers, he kept in constant contact with his commanders on the battlefield, allowing them to coordinate their attacks perfectly. He also loved deception, often pretending to be much weaker than his actual forces. In one instance, he sent out a reconnaissance force that was so laughably small. The enemy commander didn't even bother to attack them. He just let them go. But this was all part of Subutai's plan, because he wanted the enemy to underestimate him. You see, Subutai's forces were known for their incredible speed, able to travel 200 miles in a single day. This made them incredibly difficult to pin down and even harder to fight. Because by the time the enemy had located them, Subutai and his men were already gone. One of Subutai's greatest victories was at the Battle of Mohi in 1241. Here he pulled off a brilliant night crossing, surprising his enemies and routing their forces. To do this, he had his men build boats in secret, and then in the middle of the night, they set sail and landed undetected. Then, when the sun came up, Subutai's army was already in position and ready to fight. They surrounded the Hungarian army, and despite being outnumbered, they won a decisive victory. In fact, Subutai's tactics were so devastating that the very name Mongolia became synonymous with terror across Europe. He was a key factor in the success of the Mongol Empire, helping them conquer 30 nations and taking their military technology with him wherever he went. In fact, many historians believe that if it wasn't for Subutai, the Mongols wouldn't have been able to conquer as much as they did. He truly was a master tactician and one of the most successful military commanders in history. So there you have it, the story of the man who dominated 30 nations. Do you know any obscure history facts? Share them below. And if you want to hear more stories like this, follow or subscribe. Thanks for watching.